Kevin Durant said he should be in the GOAT debate. He's asking, what haven't he done? But before we get off into it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. And if you're new to the channel and you're just coming across this platform, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button, post your comments, share the video out, give the video a thumbs up. Well, Kevin Durant has spoke. Kevin Durant is asking people, why isn't he in the GOAT debate? Now, Kevin Durant has had a luxurious career, and he's been putting up great numbers. These last couple days, man, he's been on a scoring binge. I mean, Kevin Durant is a great basketball player, one of the all-time greats. But a lot of people think, Kevin Durant, you can't get up in the GOAT debate. Kevin Durant has been doing some great things on the basketball court, phenomenal stats, but a lot of people hold him going to Golden State against him. And it's unfair to Kevin Durant, but that's what a lot of people are out there saying. Now, you know, every NBA fan has likely argued whether Michael Jordan or LeBron James is the greatest player of all times at some point. But you know, Kevin Durant believes he should be included in those arguments as well. He asked, why shouldn't I be in that? That's the question you should ask, he said. Why not? What haven't I done? Some people say Durant is lacking, self-awareness though. He answered his own question before posing it by saying, because I went to the Warriors. It may not be fair, but Durant's decision to join the same Golden State Warriors team that just eliminated Oklahoma City in 2016 Western Conference Finals certainly impacted his legacy in the eyes of some fans. Golden State won an NBA record 73 regular season games in 2015-2016 campaign, but then lost to LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals. The Warriors responded by adding Durant during the ensuing offseason and then reached 3 straight finals and won 2 with him, Steph Curry, leading the way. Some people said if Durant and Klay Thompson didn't get injured during the 2019 NBA Finals against Toronto, that the Warriors may have three-peated. The 2 championships with those loaded Warrior teams remains the only rings Durant has on his resume. Now, LeBron James won 4 NBA titles with the team of Miami. You know, the 4 championships that LeBron got, he got 2 with Miami, 1 with Cleveland, and 1 with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, he teamed up with, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. But he could have had more if Golden State wouldn't have, signed Durant at that time. So that, in its sense, that elevated LeBron James into that GOAT discussion with the incredible 2016 title where Cleveland came back against Golden State when they was down 3-1. As far as Jordan, he is a 6-time champion who has long been considered the gold standard of the sport when it comes to individual talent. Yet even his airness needed some help with Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman starring alongside of him in Chicago. Of course, playing with Pippen, Rodman, Wade, Bosh, Kyrie, and others isn't exactly the same as joining a 73-win team that already won a championship and just missed out on another one without Durant. So that's what a lot of people are saying. They holding that against Kevin Durant because he went to Golden State, teamed up with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green after the Warriors had already won 2 championships. And then he went to the Warriors team that defeated him in 2016. So he teamed up with Steph Curry and Draymond and Klay Thompson that already won 2 championships, and they just came off a 73-win season. So people are holding that against Kevin Durant. Now, it's kind of interesting that a lot of people have different takes on that. So let's take a listen to what Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe said about Kevin Durant being in the GOAT debate.
Look, I understand that he has this high opinion. You can be one of the greatest, but not in the conversation for the greatest. Yes, he's one of the all-time great players in the NBA. You won't find anybody to debate that. But when you talk about the LeBrons, the Jordans, the Kareems, the Tim Duncans, the Magic, so he said, well, y'all hold Golden State against me. Do you understand? Had you not gone to Golden State, we would have been talking about you, and no disrespect to the guys I'm about to mention, Charles Barkley and Karl Malone, guys that won MVP. Karl Malone won 2, Barkley won 1, and had no titles. People just say anything and just expect it to fly because they're a great basketball player. KD's not in discussion. He's never been in the discussion for the GOAT. You can be one of the greats, but the greatest? Do you understand? You can have not win any titles, Stephen A. Burt, and be a great. But when you say EST, for me, you got to have at least 3 regular season MVPs for I even have a discussion about you being the GOAT. That's at least 3. That's the floor for me. If you ain't got 3 regular season MVPs, what we talking about?
Well, let me stick with it. Let me answer that question for Kevin Durant. What haven't you done? You haven't won a championship without Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. What haven't you done? You didn't lead Oklahoma City to a title when Russell Westbrook was your teammate. When Russell Westbrook and James Harden and Serge Ibaka and Reggie Jackson were your teammates before that when you went up against Miami more than a decade ago. What haven't you done? You didn't win a championship. Yeah. What haven't you done? You didn't win a championship when you were in Brooklyn. Although that clearly wasn't his fault, because if Kyrie Irving hadn't twisted his ankle, I believe that Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets would have won the chip, because Kevin Durant, like I had said, he was going to drop 50 in that game 5, and he dropped 49 because he missed the last free throw, and he nearly carried them on their back, but they lost to Milwaukee in game 7 because Harden was hampered but tried to play, and Kyrie couldn't play. But those are the things that you haven't done. Here's what else you didn't do. You didn't lead when they needed you to lead. See, the reason I bring stuff like that up, I not only respect Kevin Durant, I revere him.
Now, you heard what Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith had to say. And some of that, I agree to a certain extent. And this is where, the twist is. Now, see, what they did was they said, Kevin Durant, you haven't won without Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. So I said that to say this, because now you're mentioning guys like that. Now, when it comes to the GOAT debate, what was it with Kobe and LeBron? They said Kobe couldn't win a NBA championship without Shaq. What did Kobe go off and do? He went off and won 2 championships without Shaquille O'Neal. They said LeBron couldn't win without Wade and Bosh. What did LeBron do? He went back to Cleveland, put them on the back, and won a championship. Then he went off to LA and won another championship, and he is a 4-time NBA Finals MVP. Now, that's the difference. Now, what Stephen A. Smith is saying is, Kevin Durant, you had an opportunity in Oklahoma City. You never got the job done. Then you formed another super team in Brooklyn. You never got the job done. Now you out there in Phoenix with another super team, and we haven't seen the end result yet. But we saw what happened last year when they faltered. So this year, Kevin Durant has a chance to put his name up higher if he can lead the Phoenix Suns to a championship. But overall, Kevin Durant is a great player, but I just don't think he should be in that GOAT debate. Like Shannon Sharpe said, he never was. But Kevin Durant got some great accolades. Kevin Durant, he was drafted in 2007, to the Seattle Supersonics. And, Kevin Durant is a 2-time NBA champion. He's a 2-time Finals MVP. Most valuable player in 2014. He's a 13-time NBA All-Star. He's a 2-time NBA All-Star MVP. He's a 6-time NBA All-First Team member. He's a 4-time NBA All-Second Team member. He was the NBA Rookie of the Year in 2008. He was on the NBA All-Rookie team in 2008. He got 4 NBA scoring championships. He did it in 2010, 2012, 2014, and 2013. Now, he's twice been in the 50-40 club. And he's also on the 75th anniversary all-time team. Now you got to think about it. In college, he was the National College of the Player in 2007. He was the Big 12 Player of the Year in 2007. He's the FIBA World Champion MVP in 2010. 3-time USA Basketball Male Athlete of the Year. He was a McDonald's All-American in 2006. First team Parade All-American in 2006. And second team Parade All-American in 2005. So Kevin Durant has had a great career, tremendous stats, marching up in the NBA all-time leader in scorers. He's a lethal scorer, one of the best scorers that the NBA has ever seen. But outside of that, like people say, to get in that GOAT debate, you got to do something without something. And what Kevin Durant has failed to do is win a championship as being the lead dog. But you guys let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Make sure you share the video out. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. This is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Another one.